Okay, so we're on 4D on 0.2. And the first thing I did is I just went through and I plugged in everything where it said to go. It said for f to be negative 8, so this f was replaced with negative 8. It said for h to be negative 22, so this h is negative 22. And for j to be 21, so that j is replaced by 21. So I'm assuming the difficulty came in the next step with all those fractions. Right? How do you multiply a fraction times a whole number, or here, times an integer? So technically when you're doing this, let's say you're doing a fraction times a non-fraction. Let's call it an integer or a whole number. When you do this, the rule is that the whole number b in this case, letters represent any number. That's why they call it variables. They can vary. This b would multiply by the a, and the c would just take its place in the bottom, where it was before. All right? So if you were doing 2/3 times 5, it would be 2 times 5, 10 over 3. Don't multiply the 5 times both, all right? It only multiplies by the top. That's true, it's correct, believe me, I know what I'm doing. Now, if by chance you have x over y times y, now we have a shortcut, right? If you have 2/3 times 3, you can go the same route and you can do 2 times 3, which is 6, and then you can do 6 over 3, which is 2. So the answer would be 2. 2/3 of 3 is 2. It's true. The quick way is to say these 3's cancel, and I just have a lonely 2. All right? Either way is fine. Sometimes that number on the bottom kind of goes into that whole number. Kind of cancels it. Maybe not all the way. Like 1/2 times 4. The 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 times 1 is 2. It's true, folks. Half of 4 is 2. So that's the concept that we're using up here. When you see the 3/8 times negative 8, I do this. The 8 cancels the negative 8 and becomes negative 1. All right? It's like saying 3/8 of 8 is 1, but it's negative. No, sorry. 3/8 of 8 is 3, but it's a negative. So that's where this little negative 3 comes from. 3/8 times negative 8. Next, you have the 5 over 11 times the negative 22, but looky here. Double negative. Double negative makes you add, right? Double negative makes you add. So that's why I have a plus. How many times does 11 divide into 22? Twice. So it's 2 times 5. That's 10. So that's where the 10 comes from. And finally, the 7 goes into 21 3 times. 3 times 9 is 27. From there, we just add. Negative 3 plus 10 is 7. 7 plus 27 is 34.